Hey guys, so the question is Dior Sauvage still worth it in late 2020? So as we're entering winter, I think it's a great time to pick out fragrances you like, fragrances you'd like to smell on your significant other. We're coming on gift giving season and it's important that they like it too. So Dior Sauvage is one of the very few mass market fragrances that has come out in the last 5 years that's made a huge impact. It's an all-around pleaser and a blue scent. It's only really been matched by Bleu de Chanel at a similar price point within the last decade. So both are virtually perfect in terms of their EDT. The question here really boils down to three things in my opinion. And that's one, is there something out there that's equally good for cheaper? Two, is the scent played out? Three, is there anything new that tops this right now? So let's start right at the top. There are a few dupes circling around the forums and YouTube, but they don't really match the performance and they definitely don't smell as distinctively good. The fact is, the saving amount and plus the amount of time that you'll require to acquire these dupes actually doesn't really add up for you. I mean, this is gonna run you about $80, give or take, maybe a bit less, bit more, depending on your Sephora rewards. But a good dupe will run you about half the going price of Sauvage, so it really doesn't make sense at $80. The amount of time that you're going to be spending to save $40 for something that may or may not meet or suit your requirements. You know, everyone's nose is a little bit different, and if you like Dior Sauvage, there's certainly nothing out there right now that can match it. In terms of other blue fragrances in the market, all the top players are older than Sauvage. They're equally expensive. So there's been no new fragrance that's quite as prolific yet, and we're waiting with bated breath for a new release to, be as overwhelmingly good as an obvious contender. I think you'll know about it. So that moves us to point two. Is this scent played out? Yeah. Does it matter? Depends. If you still enjoy the scent of Dior Sauvage to the point where you're considering it by watching YouTube videos, I don't think that this is a problem. I don't think fragrance is something most people think about or judge, unless they're fragrance enthusiasts themselves. This is a knock 'em dead crowd pleaser, and it doesn't really not work with certain types of bodies. So it does what it's supposed to do, and you'll find that 95% of people can only tell that you smell really good. Number three, we kind of went over this, and I'd say that this is a fair member of the permanent rotation club for a lot of fragrance enthusiasts as well. There are a bunch of new scents coming out all the time from niche players, and they're definitely harder, but more expensive to secure, and they usually require a blind buy. So in my opinion, if you're blind buying niche fragrances, you shouldn't be taking my advice anyway. But that said, I've not met a niche fragrance with similar profiles that works as well for the same price. And if I do find one, obviously I will actually review it for you guys anyway. I know people are watching this. But yeah, that said, Dior Sauvage, still a knock 'em dead fragrance, even if you're a fragrance head. I think you can really appreciate this. I can feel the impact. It's already starting to dry down right now. Definitely a purchase in 2020 still. If there's something new that comes out that matches it or tops it, that'll be my next. Obviously, I've cycled in my rotation from Bleu de Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, the EDT, into Dior Sauvage. And obviously I may, transition back at some point, but Bleu de Chanel is completely out of my rotation. I don't have space for another mainline blue fragrance, obviously, as I have a bunch of niches to go through. But yeah, I think this is an excellent purchase in 2020. I think at least for the next 5 years, if history repeats itself, unless something amazing comes out in the next couple of years, in which case you can just invest the 80 and buy it. But this is definitely a please all, works with everyone's body type. Definitely consider a purchase.